Well, 2014-2015 Project ACES AmeriCorps Supervisor Orientation. We ask that you please watch this recording in its entirety. Please have your host site supervisor manual with you for viewing. Accelerating Children and Educational Support. 185 members serving statewide this great year, all servicing in 3 focus areas: education and triple play, character and leadership, and new this year, volunteer recruitment programs. We hope you are consistent and understand the AmeriCorps lingo that is provided on this slide. AmeriCorps member during orientation was taught this AmeriCorps lingo and is expected to use lingo during their term of service. AmeriCorps is not a job training, or a typical volunteer position. Service. AmeriCorps members are not employees, apprentices, or typical volunteers. They are your AmeriCorps members. Members do not receive a wage, a salary, or a paycheck. It is important that members understand that they receive a living allowance. Not report to a work site or a job site. They report to a service site. During AmeriCorps members' term of service, they serve in 3 different areas: education, triple play, character leadership, or volunteer recruitment programming. It's important to notice the acceptable activities that each of those members can do while servicing in those areas. For serving in education, they should be doing homework help, Indiana Kids, Power Hour, high-yield learning activities, arts education, or technology. If a member servicing in triple play, they are required to do triple play challenges. 1 challenge per week is required. Those that are servicing in triple play can do healthy habits, games, social recreation, sports. They can work during the DOE snack meal service times or work on weekend backpack programs. Charactership. AmeriCorps members servicing in character leadership should be running programs such as Torch Club, Keystone, LEAD, or other leadership development, character development programs. Never in doubt, just ask Jessica or Lana for approval first, please. For management and recruitment, members can develop volunteer programs, recruit volunteers, manage the volunteers, conduct volunteer projects, and develop volunteer materials and forms. Typical activities include sitting at the front desk checking in kids, janitorial services, clerical duties, unless they are being done when related to the programming area that they are servicing in, or activities that are not related to education, physical activities, sports, volunteer management, or character and leadership. And we've all struggled with our discipline policy procedure. It is vital that as a supervisor, follow the policy procedure. If a member violates any AmeriCorps program policy or local club policy, site supervisors are required to complete a disciplinary notice. You have received a copy of that disciplinary notice in your host site supervisor manual, also documented on Dropbox. Discipline policy procedure as follows. The first violation is a verbal warning. However, you will still complete the disciplinary notice. Violation is a written warning. The 3rd violation is the final written warning, and the 4th violation is termination. You are to complete the disciplinary notice and send it to Lana or Jessica within 48 hours of the write-up. Please read through the member's contract for the section that outlines the rules of conduct and reasons for immediate termination. Supervisors must follow this procedure. You cannot fire a member if you have not followed this procedure. The main thing to do is document, document, document. As a site supervisor, there are requirements. Site supervisors must provide AmeriCorps members orientation to their site and program responsibilities. As a supervisor, you must ensure all AmeriCorps members have appropriate and necessary tools to complete their task. Please remember, if your AmeriCorps member is doing Indiana Kids, that member must have program orientation with either Jessica or Lana. It is important that you remember to make sure all members have ample time to complete the required training hours as required. AmeriCorps members must complete 12% of their hours in training. This includes participation in statewide meetings, our April retreat, staffings. We expect a lot of time away from the club, but they are required to complete the 12% of training hours. Supervisors must also complete timesheets every 2 weeks when due. All members' timesheets for accuracy. If a request is time off, please make sure the member completes the time off request form and has your signature before sending it to Jessica or Lana. If a member has 0 hours on any timesheet without prior approval, they will be suspended and will not receive that living allowance. Remain vigilant on monitoring members' hours. Please notify Jessica or Lana immediately if your member is going to finish very early or if they are going to need to extend their contract for more time. Supervisors must submit in-kind supervisor timesheets every 2 weeks. Remember, your first timesheet must include a fully loaded wage. It is vital that in-kind hours are submitted on time. Supervisor, you will conduct evaluations for midterm as well as end-of-term service on AmeriCorps members. Please remember that members will not receive their final living allowance until all documentation has been submitted. It is important evaluations are turned in on time. Please make note that you must follow the discipline policy at all times. If you ever have questions, contact us immediately. Members at your site have certain member requirements that are listed on the slide. Please be in constant contact with your AmeriCorps members to make sure that they are meeting their member requirements. Members are required to submit biweekly timesheets, monthly reports, monthly great story, their end of the year and midterm paperwork, as well as 12% of their hours must be done in training. For that, all 675 and 900-hour members must attend at least one statewide training. Fundraising. Members can devote 10% of their service time to fundraising activities. For example, members may raise funds that benefit your organization's service activities or a proposal to a foundation to secure resources to support the training of volunteers. However, members may not raise funds for living allowances or for your organization's general operating expenses. Members may not at any time write a grant application to CNCS or any other federal agency. A service is listed on this slide, including their educational award amount. Members must complete term of service within contracted time frame in order to be eligible to receive their educational award. AmeriCorps members can serve up to 4 terms in AmeriCorps, but can only receive the equivalent value of 2 full-time education awards. Project ACES does not offer full-time slots. So, with that being said, a member may serve up to 4 half-time slots through Project ACES and the AmeriCorps State National Program. Science is deep in preparation of launching our website. That website can be found here and will be a valuable resource and tool for yourself as well as our AmeriCorps members once that is launched live at the beginning of the year. Also, remember to visit us on Facebook. If you have questions regarding host site supervising or your AmeriCorps members, please do not hesitate to contact either Jessica or Lana. You review your host site supervisor manual in its entirety and let us know if you have any questions. The form in your supervisor manual is your documentation sheet. Each supervisor must initial beside each box and print your name and then send it back to either Lana or Jessica. You are saying that you understand your requirements as a host site supervisor. You remember that all AmeriCorps programs are located on Dropbox. If you have any questions about the program, please let us know. Look forward to a great year, and thank you for helping us, of course, present within the state.